Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something powerful. Most men think a kiss is just about lips touching lips. But that's where they are wrong. A kiss is not only physical, it's a language, a declaration, a fire that tells a woman, you are chosen, you are desired, you are irreplaceable. And when you know the right places to kiss her, you don't just touch her body, you touch her soul. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal are the secrets that make a woman feel so deeply desired, she'll never forget it. Desire is not built on the surface. It does not live only in the physical. Desire is emotional, it's spiritual, it's layered with intention. You see, a woman can feel a kiss, but what makes her heart race is not the kiss itself, it's what the kiss means. And that is where most men miss the mark. When you lean in, when your lips touch hers, or her forehead, or her cheek, it is not just about contact. It is about what you are silently saying in that moment. A kiss can scream, I'm distracted, or it can whisper, you are my world. It can feel like an obligation, or it can feel like worship. The difference is never in the act itself. It's in the intention, the energy, the focus you pour into it. Because let me tell you something powerful. Women don't just want passion, they want presence. They want to know that in that second, they are not one of many things on your mind. They are the only thing. A distracted kiss is felt instantly. A hurried kiss communicates absence, even when your body is right there. But when you kiss her with presence, when you stop time and make her feel like nothing else matters, she feels chosen. She feels claimed. She feels deeply desired in a way that words alone cannot explain. Desire is not a performance, it is an energy, and energy does not lie. You can fake words, you can fake gestures, but you cannot fake the energy of being full. Locked in on a woman, she feels it in her skin, in her chest, in her spirit. She knows when your kiss is half given, and she knows when your kiss is carrying your soul. That's why the men who understand presence never have to overcompensate. They don't need to do the loudest gestures or the grandest acts, because when they kiss, when they touch, when they lean in, it is undeniable. Think about it. A kiss on the lips can feel routine if done without depth, but that same kiss, when fueled with emotion, can take her breath away. A kiss on the forehead can seem simple, but when it is filled with intention, it tells her, you are safe, you are mine, you are treasured. A kiss on the hand might appear old-fashioned, but when done with presence, it whispers, you are royalty. It's never the act, it's always the meaning behind the act. And here's the truth. Meaning requires effort, it requires awareness, it requires the courage to be vulnerable in that moment, to let your guard down, to let her feel the rawness of your desire. Because what she is craving is not just the heat of your lips, it is the honesty of your emotions. It's you saying, without words, I see you, I want you, I choose you above everything else in this second. Far too often, men reduce intimacy to mechanics. They think desire is about the right move, the right technique, the right timing. But a technique without heart is hollow. A move without presence is meaningless. Desire is not technical, it is intentional. It is a commitment to make her feel seen, heard, and valued with every touch you give. When you hold her face in your hands and kiss her slowly, she doesn't just feel your lips, she feels your decision. She feels the choice you are making to stop everything else and give her your full self. When you kiss her shoulder in the quiet of the morning, she feels more than affection. She feels honored. Wow. And you kiss her hand in the middle of the day, she feels more than attention. She feels cherished. That is what makes a woman feel deeply desired. And understand this, being desired is different from being wanted. A woman knows when she is merely wanted. That is physical, that is fleeting, that is surface-level attraction. But when she is desired, she feels like her soul is being pursued. Desired says, I don't just crave your body, I crave your being. Desired says, it is not only about what you give me, it is about who you are. That difference is everything. So when you kiss her, you must decide, are you giving her routine or are you giving her reverence? Are you showing up halfway or are you showing up fully? Because a halfway kiss is empty calories. It fills the moment, but it leaves her starved. A fully present kiss is nourishment. It feeds her heart, it deepens her trust, it makes her lean into you with a certainty that cannot be shaken. Do not underestimate the power of presence. It is the one thing that makes every act of intimacy meaningful. Without it, even the most passionate gestures fall flat. With it, even the smallest touch becomes unforgettable. She does not want a kiss that checks a box. She wants a kiss that tells a story of how much you see her, a story of how much you value her, a story of how much you want her, not just now, but always. And here is the beauty of it. You don't need perfect words, you don't need perfect timing, you don't need grand plans, you need intention, you need focus, you need the courage to say with your energy what your mouth may not always know how to express. Because when your kiss speaks desire, she will never question where she stands. The truth is, women fall in love with the way you make them feel. They fall in love with the meaning behind your actions, not just the actions themselves. Every kiss you give her is either building her sense of worth in the relationship or eroding it. Every kiss you give her is either making her feel deeply desired or deeply neglected. And the choice is always yours. When she looks back on her moments with you, she won't remember the number of kisses, but she will remember how those kisses made her feel. She will remember whether they felt rushed or sacred. She will remember whether they carried distraction or devotion. And she will remember whether they spoke the truth of your heart. So do not take it lightly. Do not assume she cannot tell the difference, because she can. She feels it. She knows it. And when you choose to kiss her with intention, with presence, with energy that says, I choose you, she does not just feel desired, she feels alive. The most unforgettable gestures are never always the obvious ones. They are the unexpected moments, the ones that break routine, the ones that come when she least anticipates them. A kiss does not have to live on the lips alone to carry power. In fact, sometimes the most powerful kisses are the ones that never touch her lips at all. They are the ones that touch her soul through surprise, through intention, through reverence. Because a kiss on the lips is expected, it is where passion often begins. But when you step outside the expected, when you place your lips on her forehead, on her hand, on her shoulder, you are telling her something deeper. You are telling her she is not just a body, not just a partner, not just someone to fulfill desire. You are telling her she is sacred, she is adored, she is treasured in ways that cannot be explained through routine gestures. Think about this carefully. A kiss on the forehead is not just skin to skin, it is a message. It tells her, I see your mind, I respect your soul, I honor your presence in my life. That simple touch says, you are my peace, you are my calm, you are the place where my spirit rests. And in that moment she feels not just loved, but valued beyond measure. A kiss on the hand is even more profound. It takes humility. It takes reverence. It is not lust speaking in that second, it is devotion. It tells her, you are royalty in my eyes. You are worthy of honor, and I am not ashamed to show the world that. Do not underestimate the power of such a gesture, because in that kiss, you are not chasing her body, you are elevating her essence. You are making her feel like the only woman in the world who carries that weight in your life. Then there are the kisses on the shoulder, on the neck, on the cheek, in the middle of a quiet moment. These are not loud, they are not for show, they are soft reminders that she is noticed, that she is desired, even in silence. And sometimes it is the quietest gestures that speak the loudest truths. Because when you lean in and kiss her in a place that is unexpected, you are sending a message that says, I am thinking of you, I am here with you, I want you in ways that go beyond the physical. It is easy to assume desire must always be grand, dramatic, burning like fire. But real desire also shows itself in gentle flames, in little sparks, in the subtle ways you remind her that her existence is extraordinary to you. A forehead kiss before sleep, a hand kiss before leaving for work, a kiss on the shoulder when she's lost in thought. These are not trivial, these are powerful, because they are not expected, and the unexpected has the power to shake her heart awake. What makes unexpected affection so meaningful is that it proves awareness. It proves you are paying attention. It proves you see her in the ordinary, not just in the intimate. She doesn't want to feel like affection comes only when passion is at its peak. She wants to feel like affection flows naturally through your day, through your every thought, through your every action. When you kiss her in places that are not scripted by romance, alone, she realizes you are not playing a role, you are living your truth with her. And here is the beauty of it. These kisses remind her she is more than a body. Too often, women are reduced to physicality, to appearance, to what they can give in moments of intimacy. But when you kiss her in unexpected places, you are reminding her she is not just seen, she is cherished. She is not just wanted, she is respected. She is not just touched, she is honored. When you kiss her forehead, you are kissing her thoughts. When you kiss her hands, you are kissing her efforts, her strength, her care. When you kiss her shoulder, you are kissing her burdens, her resilience, her quiet power. When you kiss her cheek, you are kissing her essence, her warmth, her presence. These are not small acts. They are confirmations of how much she means to you. Understand this. A woman does not measure love only in words. She measures it in how consistently you remind her of her worth. And while words are powerful, actions are unforgettable. A single unexpected kiss can undo days of doubt. A simple gesture can rewrite her inner dialogue, shifting her from wondering if she is enough to knowing she is more than enough. There is also something timeless about unexpected affection. A kiss on the lips can fade into routine over years, but a forehead kiss at the right moment will always feel like a new discovery. A kiss on the hand will always carry grace, no matter how much time passes, because unexpected affection breaks the patterns. It creates moments that stand out. It creates memories that she will replay again and again in her heart. And it doesn't require effort in the way most people think. It does not require planning or performance. It requires mindfulness. It requires choosing to show love in ways that catch her by surprise. It requires stepping out of autopilot and asking yourself, how can I show her right now that she is my treasure? When you operate from that place, affection becomes art. It becomes a language she can feel in her bones. Never underestimate how deeply a woman craves to feel like she is more than just wanted. Wanted says, I see you in this moment. Desired says, I see all of you, always. Unexpected affection communicates the latter. It whispers to her heart that you value her essence, not just her presence. That is what makes her feel irreplaceable. So don't just kiss her where everyone else would. Kiss her where she doesn't expect it. Kiss her where it speaks to her soul, not just her body. Kiss her in the little moments that seem ordinary, because those are the moments that matter most. And when you do, she will not just feel kissed, she will feel elevated, she will feel cherished, she will feel deeply desired in ways that no one else could ever give her. There is something magnetic about confidence. It cannot be faked, it cannot be borrowed, and it cannot be hidden. It is either there or it is not. And when it comes to desire, when it comes to the way you kiss a woman, confidence is the spark that ignites everything else. You see, a kiss is not just about lips meeting lips. It is about energy meeting energy, and the energy of confidence is irresistible. When you lean in to kiss her, you are not just moving your body closer, you are sending a message. That message is either, I think I might want you, but I'm not sure. Or it is, I know exactly what I want, and it is you. She can feel the difference instantly. A hesitant kiss whispers doubt. A confident kiss roars certainty. One leaves her questioning, the other leaves her breathless. Confidence in kissing is not about aggression, it is about clarity. It is not about forcing, it is about knowing. It is not about rushing, it is about being sure of your intention. When you kiss her with confidence, you are saying, without words, I have chosen you, I want you, and I am not afraid to show you. That is the language of desire. The at is what makes a woman feel not only wanted, but deeply claimed. Understand this, confidence creates chemistry. Chemistry is not an accident, chemistry is not luck. Chemistry is the collision of energy, and nothing fuels that collision more than certainty. When you touch her, when you lean in, when you kiss her with steady assurance, she feels safe to let go. She feels safe to surrender to the moment, because confidence tells her she is in the hands of someone who knows what they are doing, not because of skill alone, but because of conviction. A kiss without confidence feels empty, no matter how technically perfect it may be. But even the simplest kiss, when given with confidence, feels electrifying, because confidence is not about technique, it is about energy. It is about the courage to show up fully, without hesitation, without second-guessing, without fear. That kind of energy cannot be ignored. It wraps her, it surrounds her, it pulls her in. Think about how the human spirit reacts to certainty. In every area of life, people are drawn to those who know what they want. We respect leaders who move with conviction. We admire individuals who pursue their dreams without apology. We are moved by voices that speak truth without hesitation. The same principle applies in intimacy. A woman is drawn to a man who kisses her with that same conviction, because in that kiss she feels his desire is not tentative, it is absolute. Confidence also communicates value. When you kiss her with confidence, you are telling her, you are worth my certainty. Doubt in intimacy is often interpreted as doubt in her worth, but confidence in intimacy tells her she is more than enough. It tells her she is so valued, so desired, that you have no hesitation in choosing her fully. That is what makes her lean in, what makes her melt, what makes her remember that kiss long after it is over. Do not confuse confidence with arrogance. Arrogance is loud, confidence is steady. Arrogance demands, confidence reassures. Arrogance pushes, confidence invites. True confidence is not about proving anything, it is about knowing. And when you know what you want, and you express that through the way you kiss her, you are creating not just attraction, but trust. Think about this. A hesitant kiss makes her wonder if you are distracted, if you are unsure, if your mind is somewhere else. But a confident kiss removes all doubt. It silences every question. It grounds her in the truth of the moment, because in that moment you are fully present, fully clear, fully hers. That clarity is intoxicating. That clarity is unforgettable. Confidence also gives rhythm to the kiss. A man who lacks confidence often rushes, as if he is afraid the moment will slip away. But a man with confidence takes his time. He moves with purpose. He understands that there is power in pacing, power in stillness, power in holding a moment just a second longer. That patience is confidence. That steadiness is desire expressed in its most powerful form. And here is the secret. Confidence is not about perfection. It is not about always knowing the right move. It is not about flawless execution. Confidence is about presence. It is about showing up fully, without fear of mistakes, without fear of judgment. When you kiss her with confidence, she does not care if it is perfect. She cares that it is real. She cares that it is certain. She cares that it is unshakable in its intention. So how do you build this kind of confidence? You build it by understanding that desire is not something to be apologized for. Too many men hold back out of fear, fear of rejection, fear of being too much, fear of vulnerability. But confidence is born when you embrace the truth that desiring her is not weakness, it is strength. It is not shameful, it is honorable. It is not something to hide, it is something to express boldly, unapologetically, authentically. When you kiss her with confidence, you are teaching her something powerful, that she is worthy of desire, that she is worthy of clarity, that she is worthy of a love that does not stutter, does not hesitate, does not second guess. You are showing her that she can rest in your presence because your desire for her is certain. That assurance is rare. That assurance is priceless. Every kiss carries a message. A hesitant kiss says, I am unsure of myself, unsure of us, unsure of this moment. A confident kiss says, I know what I want, I choose you fully, I am here without doubt, without fear. Which message do you think she craves more? Which message do you think leaves a mark on her soul? Which message do you think makes her feel deeply desired? The truth is, she remembers the way your confidence made her feel more than she remembers the kiss itself. She remembers how steady you were. She remembers how certain you felt. She remembers how safe she was in that moment to let her guard down, to give herself over to the moment, because you gave no space for doubt. That is the power of confidence. That is the magnetism of certainty. So when you lean in fully. When you kiss her without hesitation. When you hold her like you mean it. Because confidence is not just an accessory to intimacy, it is the foundation. It is the force that transforms a simple kiss into an unforgettable declaration. And when you understand that, you no longer kiss with fear, you kiss with fire. Desire is not a single act. It is not a one-time gesture, not a grand moment that fades when the lights dim. Desire is a language, and like every language, it must be spoken consistently if it is to be understood. One kiss, no matter how passionate, cannot carry the weight of silence that follows. One gesture, no matter how meaningful, cannot erase neglect. What makes a woman feel deeply desired is not what you do once in a while. It is what you choose to do every day. When you kiss her meaningfully, you are not only expressing affection in that moment, you are writing a sentence in the ongoing story of your connection. And stories are not made from single sentences, they are made from chapters, from consistency, from patterns that repeat until they leave no room for doubt. A woman does not just want to feel desired once, she wants to live in the assurance of desire every day. Think about the way people learn to trust words. Words only matter when they are consistent. If someone tells you they love you but never show it, the words lose power. But if they tell you again and again, and their actions echo their words, then the language becomes truth. Kissing her is no different. When you do it once with meaning, she feels it. But when you do it consistently, she begins to believe it in the deepest part of her soul. Consistency is what makes desire believable. It removes questions, it silences doubt, it replaces insecurity with certainty. A kiss today feels good, but a kiss every day feels like a promise. It tells her that she never has to wonder if she is still seen, still valued, still wanted. It reminds her that your desire for her is not seasonal, not conditional, not based on fleeting moods. It is steady, it is reliable, it is real. Desire as a language is spoken in the little moments. It is spoken in the way you kiss her forehead before she leaves the house. It is. Spoken in the way you lean over and kiss her cheek when she is lost in her thoughts. It is spoken in the way you reach for her hand, bring it to your lips, and remind her that even in the middle of ordinary life, she is still extraordinary to you. These small acts, repeated with intention, form a language louder than any words you could speak. The mistake too many men make is thinking desire must always be dramatic. They save it for anniversaries, for special dates, for moments when passion rises high. But real desire does not live only in fireworks. It lives in candles lit every single night. It is not about waiting for the perfect occasion. It is about creating occasion in the everyday. Because when you show her through daily action that she is desired, she begins to rest in it, to trust it, to live confidently in the love you give. When you make desire a daily practice, it becomes a habit, and habits shape the atmosphere of a relationship. A relationship where desire is spoken consistently is filled with warmth, with connection, with trust. A relationship where desire is left silent begins to wither, not because love has disappeared, but because love unspoken is often felt as love unproven. A woman who is reminded daily of her worth blossoms. She stands taller, she shines brighter, she walks through the world with more confidence. Why? Because she is not carrying the weight of doubt. She is not questioning whether she is still beautiful in your eyes, whether she is still captivating, whether she is still enough. Your consistent gestures of desire become the mirror in which she sees her own value reflected back. And here's the truth. When you consistently show her that she is desired, you are not only giving to her, you are also giving to yourself. Because the more you pour intentional affection into her, the more she pours it back into you. Love multiplies when nurtured. Desire expands when expressed. The energy you give her returns to you in ways that deepen intimacy, strengthen trust, and set fire to passion that never has to fade. Consistency is not about repetition without meaning. It is about repetition with intention. It is about refusing to let familiarity steal the magic. It is about deciding every single day that she is worth the effort, worth the focus, worth the energy it takes to keep desire alive. The language of desire must not grow silent simply because time has passed. If anything, time should make that language louder, richer, more fluent. And understand this: the absence of daily desire speaks too. Silence speaks. Neglect speaks. A lack of intentional affection leaves space for insecurity, for questions, for distance. When desire is not expressed, she does not stop craving it. She starts wondering why it is missing. And that wondering eats away at closeness. That wondering creates walls. That wondering shifts the atmosphere from connection to uncertainty. You must decide what language your actions are speaking every day. Are they saying, "You are still the one I want, the one I choose, the one I cannot stop desiring"? Or are they leaving her to question whether the fire has dimmed? A woman who feels consistently pursued never doubts her place in your life. A woman who feels forgotten questions it, even if she doesn't say it out loud. The language of desire is not only for the beginning, it is for the middle, it is for the years, it is for the long nights and the ordinary mornings, because real love is not measured in how passionately it begins, it is measured in how consistently it is maintained. Kisses, spoken with meaning every day, become the thread that ties two souls together in unshakable connection. And the beautiful truth is, it doesn't take grand effort. It doesn't take hours of planning or elaborate displays. It takes awareness. It takes presence. It takes the choice to pause for just one moment and remind her with a kiss, with a touch, with a gesture that she is your desire, not just once, but always. That choice, made daily, becomes the language she understands, the language she trusts, the language she feels. So let every kiss you give not just be an act, but a word in the language of desire. Let every unexpected touch not just be a moment, but a sentence in the story you are writing with her. Let every consistent gesture remind her that she is still, and always will be, deeply wanted, deeply valued, deeply desired. Desire is not in the obvious, it's in the intention. It's not in the routine, it's in the surprise. It's not in the hesitation, it's in the confidence. And it is not in the moment, it's in the consistency. A kiss is never just a kiss, it is a message, a declaration, a truth spoken without words. When you choose to kiss her with presence, when you dare to kiss her in unexpected places, when you bring confidence into every gesture, and when you practice the language of desire daily, you do more than make her feel wanted. You make her feel alive, cherished, irreplaceable. So do not wait for the right time. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Every kiss is your chance to tell her, "You are my desire, my choice, my treasure." And when she feels that truth again and again, she will not only remember your kiss, she will remember the way your love made her feel deeply desired in a way the world could never take away.